And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Darkest Dungeon. This is the beginning of the second stream. We may end up doing I'm planning on doing a 5-parter tonight, for various reasons. So we gotta decide what we're gonna take into the dungeon. So right now we have a diseased Crusader we got on the team. Do we actually want to keep him on the team? Facing sickness, I suppose, is not that bad. Okay. So we could go after bosses. I think right now we probably want to upgrade weapons rather than face the bosses. Damage at the cost of speed. Although plus stress. Probably want to avoid stress. I think we have a scouting whistle. Although, if I don't, we could probably do that one. Explore. Also maybe an argument to go for a longer quest, do like a medium. I suppose we could we could definitely run this team. I think we'll keep it simple, run this team. Close spaces. You actually want to do stuff in the Veld, so that's good for you. Record out. Have a drink, obsessed with material things. Okay. Let's double check on the team before we drag him to the dungeon. Max HP is a little annoying, but we can work with that. Speed of torch. So we either want the torch low or high on this guy. Not in between. Okay. Okay, well, God-fearing here, bad gambler is fine. Stress faster, so if food is consumed less if stress is over a certain amount, although right now their stress is fairly low. Yeah, I think we'll go into the world. I think we'll go after this medium one here so we can acquire a bit of money. And that's really what we want to do right now is I think we're in a good position where we'd be on board with facing one of the bosses, for example, if we could get equipment going. Right, if we could get a full set of like 3/3 attack, defense, and some skill upgrades, we'd be golden for the bosses. So let's roll into the estate here on medium difficulty. This is the Veld. So we'll take, say, 10 torches. Take all the food. Might actually want to take more torches. We'll see where the money is once we pick everything else up. Keys. Well, a key. And lots of shovels. Maybe not quite that many shovels. Couple bandages. An herb. Yeah, we'll pull the stack of torches up to full. Oh, I haven't grabbed an antivenom. Let's grab some antivenom. Yeah, I think we'll roll that. We grabbed a little bit of pretty much everything. We don't need much of a lot of stuff. We want a little bit of everything. We've got a holy water. I could probably actually make do without holy water, but the holy water is coming from the Crusader. So, into the dungeon we go. The game is reminding us we can run away if things are going terribly. Of course, that requires us actually caring about our daring adventurers here, which is maybe not the case yet. We shall see.
I knew all these paths once. Now they are as twisted as my own ambitions.
So we're going to have to explore 90% of rooms in here. That will involve some backtracking. One thing I looked from spoiling the curios a little bit is that certain types of curios do not always have good results on them. So we'll be avoiding a lot more. How shall I say it? We'll be avoiding a lot more of the books going forward.
Executed with impunity. Back to the pit.
Nice. Crit spoils are nice. Do a lance on you.
Another one falls.
And there's only one left. Gonna take a swing. Anyway, we might as well take the pick to the face.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Okay, light that torch up that we just acquired in the dungeon. Right, very believable. Okay, lance, charge.
Annihilated.
Oof. Getting hit with stressful incantation. That's why we would like to be fast to get rid of those guys before they can do that sort of stuff. Ah, of course the one we want to hit dodges.
Weakened.
Not quite enough to deal with Stress Caster. So like, I can't pick to the face the person we want to hit. And our sort of shuffle here is not quite sufficient for this person to get back. Okay, he resisted that push, good to see.
Impressive.
And the back line dealt with, that's good to see as well. Hit ourselves with the bleed. Still net positive on the heal there. The bleed will do 3 damage to me. Add 6, so it wasn't that bad. Face to get rid of one of them.
Give them no quarter.
Do you want to deal with this guy? Oops. That was definitely not what I wanted to do, but that's fine. We'll work with that. I was trying to check what the speed on my character was, and that was not what I did.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Scouting and trap disarm in exchange for speed. You know, we'll take that and I'll actually put it on someone right now. And we get a lucky scout. Okay, we know we're gonna have to go around, so let's actually do the loop here. Because we have to explore those rooms, which means we have to set foot into them. I forget if was this the... I think this was the bandages. The loot. Yes, it was the bandages, the loot.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
It's usually fine to loot the crate. Hunger, that's why we brought food. Well, also to feed our characters so they get hungry. We are going to camp in this medium mission.
Decimated.
Oh, that made one of those. Okay. Ah, dodged. When I can use that nuclear bleed, I should have done that last time, yes. Okay, that's not a problem because we can just have everyone else dash forward to get out of the way.
Be gone, fiend. Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Hacking our way through the ectoplasm.
Destroyed.
There we go. Got rid of the stress caster. That's good to see. Ectoplasm's being a little bit of a special.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Is he resistant to debuff? Or to bleed? So we're just trying to kill him. Okay, hopefully that does not make more ectoplasm. Okay, let's go for the damage approach, which is fine. We've got the ability to stand up to that, that'll be fine. Lower its protection a bit. This is my last attack. It may be fast enough to go before some of our guys, so I'm just going to try to finish it off here.
Their
There we go.
cursed champion falls. Ghoulish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
Map of the area. Okay, so I want to minimize backtracking. We're going to spend 2 shovels here. I will go ahead and we'll still spend the shovels. Means we won't have them for other things, but I'm fine.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption. Malformed with misintent.
Getting a little bit extra food there. Shovel to clear that blockade. Pretty heavy on food. And I don't think we need the journal pages. I don't think this scores us anything. Oh, I forgot to open the chest when we were here before. Let's throw the key at that.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Wealth beyond measure. There is a chest, or a trap. Oh, it was a fight, not a trap. This works out for me. So we've got a surprise here.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive. The wounds of war can be healed, but
Wounds
never
of war
hidden.
can be healed. Tank being pushed back here is not a concern to me.
Eradicated.
Take this nice safe opportunity here to heal. Just the one left, with one hit point left. Pick to the face. Nice. Oh. A little bit of money in the hallway here.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end. A handsome reward for a task well performed.
Random trap.
Mind that such missteps are the exception and not the rule.
I'm remembering myself that on the way, we're gonna have to backtrack here, so I might as well pick that up on the way out. Nothing in that room. Go back. Nope. I don't get to. Well, there wasn't anything in the thing anyway. I suppose that's the drawback of walking past it twice. It's twice the roll to find nothing in it. I think we got a little bit of extra food here. Let's spend a little bit of opportunity here to heal up by eating some of the food. Also saves me a little bit of inventory space. Dungeon here is deciding I need torches. Some scouting report. Trap on the way to the next room. Otherwise, a pretty boring hallway. Left luggage has a lock on it. We don't have a key to deal with the lock. I'm gonna risk opening the lock. Okay, managed to get the loot out of it without any severely bad result. I'm gonna go down the shorter one. We're gonna backtrack to this room, and then we will camp in this room. We'll leave the torch here for the backtrack. We have a nice surprise. Oh, I forgot to rearrange the party, so we're in the wrong position. It's not really a problem as long as we can get rid of the stress caster. Although I may actually have a problem trying to get rid of the stress caster. Yep, it survived to get a turn. That's not what we wanted. It didn't stress, though, so that's fine. Try to pulse. Okay, not too bad. Getting the bleed's not too bad.
Obliterated. Success so clearly in view.
Okay, I'll make use of our bandage.
Trick of the light.
Pick up more loot and clear the bleed. Oop, a nice scouting report telling us there will be a trap in the hallway. I'm gonna take a little bit of a risk. Oh, I can't do that easy. Dungeon, I've got no inventory spots. Never mind. I was going to try to swap the trapping item over to the person who has stress so we can try to heal some stress. Whoop, that's not what I meant to do. Heal some stress by trapping with a different person. That is not an option, though. Did get rid of the trap.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Only treasure could staunch the flow. Okay, we're gonna run into a fight here. Before we do that, okay, we got enough light.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Oof. Stacking the stress on the occultist. We're definitely gonna have to try and change the team for the next mission. The occultist needs to de-stress. Mushrooms are trying to grope the Crusader. Guys showing off that they can successfully dodge. Always good to see that. Yep. Of course, they're able to dodge. Get a hit. There we go, problems dealt with.
This expedition at least promises success.
We're gonna apply that so I can pick up the stuff. So, I think there was a torch along the way here for the next stretch that we can pick up. And if we don't run into any other random choices here between the next room, we're gonna rest in the next room. Campfire here.
Gathered close in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
Okay, we're gonna do Unspeakable Communion. Apply some stress to everyone, but that protects us from getting ambushed in the night. How is the dungeon tonight? The dungeon is going reasonably well. Don't have any mortality buffs to remove. You can take the risk of the gallows humor here. Oof. Raise the stress on the one we actually wanted to lower it the most on. Okay. Do some night moves. And we'll do encourage on the person who's stressed out. No, we don't have any ones, so that'll work.
The light, the promise of safety.
The light, the promise of safety. You got a trap here. Deal with the trap. Got one of these. We can get more food by turning medicinal herbs, applying medicinal herbs to it, which we'll do. I don't necessarily need the
Finding
food.
the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
So we're gonna continue. We haven't finished exploring the dungeon yet. Although we're at the minimum that we need for this dungeon. And we know there's loot in the last room. Okay. We're gonna pass up on that. I think that's just more food. We don't have the right items to get food off of it, so we're not gonna risk it. We've got plenty of shovels. Plenty of food. Last fight of the dungeon. We're just into 1 hit point. Although we were able to finish it off, so that's good. Okay, stress caster's dealt with. We just got the ectoplasm.
Singular
There we go.
strike.
Problem's dealt with.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
You get more if you have the key, but we don't have the key, so we just opened it. Healthstone, HP for speed. Okay, it's not a great reward going to the last room here, but that is the quest here. It's a medium-length quest.
Paths and roads bring soldiers and supplies. Let them arrive unharried.
Town will have a drink. Bonus crit, bonus range damage. First we mainly do melee on, but okay. Off guard, so reduce speed and dodge in the first round. That's not great. Extra melee damage on the guy we mainly do range attacks with.
I remember days when the sun shone and laughter could be heard from the tavern.
Okay, so we're definitely gonna have to trade the team up. The cultist, for example, needs to reduce some stress a bit. Stun skill chance. I think we want to go get that witch's vial, so I think we're going to go into the cove here. Scouting chance of the bounty hunter only is not too bad. Damage crit and death blow resistance while at death's door. Okay. That sounds very dangerous. Mostly for me. Leper mask, or Berserker mask for the leper. Disease resist. Bleed skill, bleed resist. On the Jester only. Or we could go out to a veteran quest, which we don't have any level 3, so that's probably a no. I think we're gonna go to the cove, and we'll take the swamper teams here. Yeah, I think we'll go with this team. We've run this team before. Original Dismas, going into the cove. It's a short dungeon, so it should be pretty quick. For the cove, we're gonna want probably like 10 torches. Take like 12 food. It's probably more than we need. It's gonna be a short low-level quest. We might as well take a full stack. Key, shovel. Oh, actually, we'll do a lot of shovels because it's the cove. Couple bandages. Collection torches. And this is a place where we may want a lot of herbs. Stack a bunch of herbs. Okay. Twitch chat saying, praise the flying spaghetti monster for he is noodly. The narrator of this game has a YouTube channel where he reads H.P. Lovecraft stories. Super recommended. Wayne June reads. Yes. It's a bit of a shame. I think I've heard the narrator has since passed. But yeah, he's a very good narrator for this sort of stuff. Tentacle lurkers lie in wait just below the water surface. Tread carefully.
These salt-soaked caverns are teeming with pelagic nightmares. They must be flushed out.
And if you haven't heard, I'm sorry. Sorry for revealing the sad truth. But yeah, his Twitch chat saying yes, these has passed on. Okay, so this is going to involve a lot of backtracking. We got a 2 one way and a 4 the other way. We'll do the shorter path first. Oh. Stealing my loot.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Attempt to decipher the Craven message. You know, well. Okay, probably shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna fight in the hallways. Yeah, as Twitch chat says, I think it was January last year, for those watching on YouTube. Over the dazzling light on the drowned troll. Well, these guys have pretty high stun resist. 30% stun resist.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter. Great is the weapon that cuts on its own. Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Yeah, I suppose completely destroying the formation is very much a their formation is broken move, yes. Damage to range skills. We do occasionally do... Actually, most of what we do on this guy is ranged, so that's not bad for the Highwayman. We don't usually stun with him, so that's fine.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Oof, even at maximum torch we got surprised. try to get our party back in vague form of order. Ah, I resist the bleed.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Okay, so the Brigand Bloodletter is effectively dead. Although I don't want to give him enough time to
Prodigious size
do any more damage.
alone
We're
does
going to get rid of him
not
first.
dissuade the sharpened blade.
Okay, so we're going to stun off. Okay, let's get rid of this guy before he causes any more damage.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Fish Idol. This is either going to be a good idea or a bad idea. I'm going to put some holy water on the statue. We got buffed. 18% damage till camp, which we're not going to camp in this mission, so it's an 18% damage buff for the rest of the mission. Okay.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
So it's been maxing. I probably should have left that there, but we do have a kleptomaniac in one of our characters, so we want to loot things. We need to loot things ASAP. Done the last one. This Twitch chat saying, agree, Klepto and Curious are the worst. Yeah, we gotta get rid of those at some point. The team is otherwise quite functional. No more heals from you.
Destroy them all. In Radiance, may we find victory. As the fiend falls,
One dealt with.
a faint hope blossoms.
They're off of stuns. We'll go and try stun one. With the stun stick. Yes. The other one's still got the stun resist. Oh, no, that's a protection buff, not a stun resist. from the last time we stunned him, so we'll go for a second stun.
Precision and power.
Okay, so we just got the enemy's tank. I could go for some stress healing, so let's try to do that.
Soothed. Sedated.
Okay, it's dead on its next turn, which is now, so it's dead now. Okay, time for some backtracking. Of course, backtracking reduces stress, so we're going to pick some up on the trip here. Not too bad. Oh, in a trap. Not too bad otherwise. It's on this difficulty, not too bad. Good time with lighting the torch back up.
The light, the promise of safety.
Let's finish that one off.
Annihilated.
Oh, didn't resist the stun. That's a little bit annoying. One of the stunners down. Okay, you remove... Oh, actually, you don't have a turn because you were stunned. Now you can remove the bleed on yourself. Oop. Sorry about that. The ads are to some degree set to auto, so they happen when they happen. I'm just working our way through the dungeon here, so I don't think you missed very much, other than maybe a little bit of fighting.
Blow.
There we go. Won that fight.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
So that says there's no more battles in here. Of course, what I'm looking for in here, besides completing the quest, may not just be in battle, so we'll keep exploring the dungeon. We just expect there not to be any.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Any fights in the rooms.
Watch your step.
Apparently I should be hitting those with shovels and not just randomly opening them up. There may be more hallway fights, like so. And we got surprised at a reasonably high light hallway fight.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Okay, so the Thrall is dead on the next turn. Unless the healer heals him.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Oh, that's the heal. Okay, that denies more heals. You're dead if you get around to your turn again. Okay. The revenge. Oh, that's not good. Although, apparently, would not be good if that had to hit. I think.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken. These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Let's bash you with a shovel. There we go. More loot, no drawbacks. Yoink the torch. And the torch is going to be worth some value at the end of the quest here.
The pungent odor abates. The things are driven back for a time.
And the 15% sun chance on the Plague Doctor will be nice. Scouting chance in the ruins. Scouting chance in the ruins. Not really happy that that replaced Armor Tinker, but that's fine. You picked up the runs. Yep, someone's going to the doctor. So that's for the acquisition of knowledge, okay.
Surplus. A rare and wonderful thing.
It's time to get rid of the runs. There to get rid of runs. I think I'm gonna send you in here to get rid of the fear of mankind. Actually, no, we're not getting rid of the fear of mankind because that's 5k. Never mind. We're not that rich. I made the mistake earlier, well, in the last stream, of reading a few too many books. For those who know what the books do. The books are not your friend. Let's see what we've got quest-wise. There's maybe an argument to be going after the bosses, but it's maybe, unless these got really good, really tempting trinkets, I think that is a no. Activate 3 corrupted altars. We might go after Book of Rage. Maybe not if there's a Book of Rage associated with that. Crusader only stun chance in exchange for dodge. Yeah, I think we'll do that medium one, go after that Book of Dodge. Or the Book of Paralyzer Crest. Well, that's accuracy miles on... Well, this is the one that I'm not doing the accuracy stuff on. So do that. The reason is this is the one I'm doing duelist advance a lot on, so we don't need the range as much. Although every once in a while, as we do pistol shot, but... Plus 12 dodge, plus 1 speed on good old riposte. Referring to the books and why they're just dangerous. Yeah, the books, I think it's like a 20% chance you get a good perk and 20% chance you get a bad perk. 20% chance you get stress. 20% chance you get stress removal, and then everything else is just nothing. So unless you're willing to gamble with perks, which is maybe something I shouldn't have been doing as much in the last stream. The books were not worth reading. Because a lot of times we were just picking up perks we didn't care about, and lots of perks we probably would rather not have. Oh yes, damage on range skill. Melee. Melee. Self. Melee. Very useful bonus perk. I think we'll get the sort of the dance party back together again for going to the next quest. So yeah, I think we're gonna run this party. Reasonably rich, so let's see. Back to the estate for a moment. How viable would it be to get some upgrades on these heroes? Yeah, I think we'll upgrade the heroes and we'll run a little bit light on gear going into this next quest. Pick the face, lunge. I could probably wait to have the buffs upgraded on you. Then... well, we're mostly running the Holy Lance here for damage. Upgrade the Holy Lance. Battle heal. And I'll probably go to hit if you get stuck in the front. Through Adrenaline Rush. I think we're doing Wicked Hack and Bleed Out here. Slowly upgrade you. So that's a bunch of skill upgrades, and then we'll look into gear upgrades as well. Oh, I think we may have upgraded this team. Yeah, this team's gonna upgrade. Although I can probably... do I go for the next round of upgrades? Although for our heroes to pick the next one up, then we need them resolve level 2. They are currently resolve level... well, except for you, we're resolve level 1. Okay. I think we'll pass on the equipment for the moment. Do I want more bench space? Tempted to grab another 4 spots, I think that is. Tempted. Okay, before I make any decisions here, it's time for the hourly break, let's say. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, we'll be back to continue streaming another 4 parts tonight. But I'm going to take a short break to get up, stretch the legs, sip a bit of tea, maybe take a quick sprint over to the bathroom, and then we'll be back to record more. So until the next part, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.